I don't want to be a chicken. Ah! Hi.
Hello.
Me and my grandma Jody, who we do not call Grandma Jody, we call her Babba. We spent a month in Southern Africa.
And we have the shirts to prove it.
But just in case you don't believe just shirts, I have video too.
It was his fault.
That was Jim.
Let me explore it. We traveled to 4 countries in Southern Africa: South Africa, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and Botswana, with an extra little stay in London.
This was a much belated high school graduation trip.
Pretty belated.
We were thinking about enjoying movies and music.
She was bringing up places like Los Angeles, and I was like, I want to go somewhere out of the country.
And during a sleepover, I don't even know what we were watching, a picture of an animal came on the TV, and we looked at each other and said, Africa.
We booked most of the trip through Overseas Adventure Travel on a tour group, but we had an extra week before that to go to an arts festival in South Africa.
Which I'd used Overseas Adventure Travel when I went to Australia, and I loved it for how they help you see not just the main attractions, but the culture, and it's a good group to travel with. And then I still give you credit. You challenged me to see more than animals, that you wanted to see culture. So knowing you love the civil rights tour that you did in the United States, we added that, and then finally found a national arts festival that had like 7 different kinds of performances. So we booked that.
So after much anticipation and much visa getting and much medication getting, we set sail from North Carolina on June 27th.
Waka waka AA.
The flights were from North Carolina to New York, then New York to London, and then London to Johannesburg.
First airport run through, and my bag got caught for a camera lens that was in there that I haven't even taken out of the box, and I don't even know if I'm going to use. So we'll see how worth it that was.
All I can say is brothers are so alike. Aiden got caught on cashews.
Flight's delayed 2 hours.
You think you could fly with the wind at your back?
I have no experience, so I have no comment.
Which, bless the airlines, they only told us 30-minute increments of delays, but FlightAware told us everybody was getting delayed into New York. So it cut into our 7 or 8 hour layover.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we had an 8-hour layover in New York and an 8-hour layover in London.
So we lost a little bit of time.
We decided to stay in the New York airport the entire layover because I've been to New York. I've done things in New York before.
So then we wandered aimlessly because somebody told us that the best pizza in New York City is get a slice of pizza in Terminal 8 at JFK Airport.
The official app said pizza at
Four
someplace
different
at
places.
Gate 31. It was Mexican food.
No pizza.
No pizza.
Yeah, and then you found something online that was like
Village
Village Pizza near C11, which we...
was right past the Shake Shack that we stopped at. Guess what was at gate 11? Starbucks. So we're back to chicken.
the chicken.
Thanks, Dad.
So after the 6-hour layover in New York, we board the plane to London at like 11 p.m. We start to go out, and then we go right back into the terminal. They come up on the loudspeaker, and they're like, the air conditioning is broken. We need to fix the air conditioning before we go. And this was at 11 p.m. So who knows what engineer people were still at the airport and hadn't got home yet.
And then there was this little phrase and clause that I never have experienced in 40 years of travel that says if your flight's delayed, they come over the loudspeaker. If anybody would like to depart the plane, please let us know right now. Just be aware that we'll have to delay the rest of the flight to get your bag off. And apparently one guy out of 400,
A singular person.
one guy, took them up on their offer.
We were supposed to leave an hour ago, and now they're saying 45 minutes of more delay to...
But we could get off.
We could get off if we wanted to.
And
but
then we're stuck in New York. Don't go, come get us.
Hard mode. Let's go.
Yes. It's my finger. We got it. What do you think of the look?
Good
I don't
night.
want to lose my glasses.
We ended up waiting an hour for
Maybe an hour and a half.
for the air conditioning to get fixed.
And the guy to get off the plane.
And the guy to get off the plane. Once we actually took off, we landed safe and sound in London. Now with our new 6-hour layover in London, I was like, I'd never been to London before. I would like to go outside of the airport and explore.
Can Babba figure out the kiosk to get the train tickets to leave the airport?
No. Heathrow Express.
I like that she admits it immediately.
And so we had ourselves a fun little stroll through London in 4 to 5 hours.
Which was fun. Because I had lived there over 20 years ago. So it was like going home to me because I had a great 2 years. And you don't know it, but that's where I lived when Grandpa proposed to me.
Welcome to Ludun.
Mind the gap.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform.
And don't yell at the airport employees.
They were helpful, but they were also like, go away.
So, much quieter than New York City?
Well, I don't hear anything, so yeah. What is our checklist before we board our flight to Johannesburg?
Well, Paddington, train to Paddington. We didn't see the bear.
Oh man.
We're going to go to Buckingham Palace. We're going to see the Houses of Parliament, Big Ben. Maybe the London Eye and the Tower of London and the London Bridge.
I have a tiny cut on my finger. Yay!
See this? And see these slots? These used to not be there when I lived here. That's where I put my trash. Guess what? It's a post box. Boop.
Pigeon pal. What up, friend? Hello, friend. Okay, that's dangerous, friend. Good job, friend. You made it back.
We did go to Buckingham Palace first because that was the closest, right?
We could have gone either way, but I wanted you to see it first.
Okay.
So here at the Buckingham Palace, the flag being risen means that the king is here. Hello, king. Might I have a few words with His Majesty? First word, marmalade. Hey, look, that's exactly where we want to go.
We took a nice little detour through St. James Park.
It was either that or it took the same amount of time to go back to the underground, so
Yeah.
we stayed above ground.
Yeah. We stopped for pictures and videos at the Big Ben and Houses of Parliament, which Ben is pretty big. Just letting you guys know that. I don't know if you caught that.
KRS!
It was unusually hot in London when we took our stroll.
All the London forecasts were always dull, damp, gray, and rainy.
Yeah.
So bright sunny day, no clouds, and humid.
Yes.
And there's no air conditioning once you go underground and get in the tube.
It was, we looked, it was 84 degrees Fahrenheit, which is 29 degrees Celsius for all you Celsius weirdos. We're based Americans and we use Fahrenheit.
I've never seen an Uber boat before. What's an Uber boat about?
I don't know. There's nobody on it.
And then we got done, had plenty of time to get back to the airport. We're on the tube, and the tube stopped. And on comes a, "We're sorry for the inconvenience, lady."
The train ahead of us can't close their doors.
And we can't move till they move. And we're like, we give up.
How many delays are we at now?
One for each leg of the trip. And we still have Johannesburg to go.
We're ready to leave now. Stand clear of the doors. Mind the doors, please.
Little did we know that's not going to even compare.
Nah. I ripped up my exit ticket to get off the Heathrow Express. Yeah, New York girl and forgets it. So I just followed him through the exit, and then we got to the tube. And then your tube cards decided not to work.
Yeah.
3 times in a row. These tickets do not want to work for me specifically. They work fine for her.
You gave me your card. It worked. I gave you my card. It worked once. And then it died 3 times. Thankfully, he has such a nice face that the attendants just didn't even check his card and let him in.
It was probably because I was keeping both of them in the same pocket.
With your phone. So you demagnetized his ticket.
We eventually got back to the airport where we grabbed some dinner at the airport. And then we looked, there's a board with all the flights right next to us. And it says that the flight before ours is going to the gate. And we were like, we just placed our order for our food. And we also just got the drinks too. So we put our foods in the takeaway box. We ended up having to pour our drinks into our water bottles too, which was interesting for me because I got a margarita.
And we made it to the gate, got in a long line, got on this was a plane, and we're on our way to Johannesburg after a lovely stroll.
And we also decided to watch a few movies on the plane as well. We watched Conclave. That was really interesting, I thought.
Yeah, that was about all I made it for, and then it was like snooze.
Babba thought it would be very funny to have mushroom in your breakfast.
What?
No, I'm allergic to mushrooms. Would you want to tell Dad that you sent his son to the hospital? Sure. Got travel insurance.
But we arrive in Joburg, 7 a.m., and we go from 84 degrees to the weather in Johannesburg is 4 degrees. And we're like, what?
Yeah.
Turns out it was below freezing. It's winter.
It's summer in the States in the middle of the year, but it's winter in Africa. It was funny, before I left, one of my managers was like, "Oh, I wonder if you're going to get a tan while you're gone." And I was like, well, it's going to be winter time.
Hello. Hooray.
Thankfully, you have your luggage.
Yeah, my luggage was the last one off the thing. What?
So we did try to check in early, but I had not requested it ahead of time. So we alternated snoozing, guarding our bags, finding the bathroom, and then our tour started to go on the apartheid tour.
Yes. First on our chopping block in Southern Africa was museum tours in Johannesburg. After we got into the hotel, we went to the apartheid museum. We weren't allowed to take videos or pictures once we got inside the museum, but it was a great museum to start our stay.
We toured Soweto. We toured Soweto.
Yes.
Saw the Hector Peterson Memorial.
We went to Mandela's first house.
Passed by his last house when he was president the second day. Talk about he'd come up in the station. Yeah.
Turns out when you become president, you don't want to live in the house you grew up in.
We're here in the hotel.
I'm never getting up.
You'll have to.
Cookies
Sadly.
for dinner.
Cookies for dinner, yes.
There's a nice dinner view in front of the pool. You want to go swimming after?
How warm is it outside? They said 4 degrees Celsius. That's like freezing.
Had a hard time snoozing because Southern Africa is 6 hours behind the East Coast to the States.
Ahead.
No, it's behind.
It's ahead.
It's ahead.
But we'd already had a 38-hour travel day before we started the tour.
Yeah.
We dozed off and on, sitting up. So it was nice to be horizontal, but we were way overtired.
Little thing going. Again for the second. Otherwise,
If you press guide, you might find it.
I found Bluey. I'm looking for SpongeBob though.
Isn't there a guide button on
That seems easy. We crashed at like 8 p.m. on Sunday, and I crashed so hard that I didn't even get my stuff off my bed before I went to sleep. Welcome to the bread bag. We sell bread. We sell loaves. So we just got breakfast, and we also just got off.
It wasn't breakfast.
It was breakfast.
It was bread.
And we also just got off a shuttle to go to the Tambo airport to catch a train to catch a bus to Constitutional Hill.
We can do this.
Africa works. Well, if Africa didn't work, then it wouldn't be here now, would it?
But there's nobody here.
It would appear as if Wrong Way Babba has stricken again. We went the wrong way out of the train station to get to the bus, and when we
The compass said north, and it did say, take the north exit. We headed north. We just forgot to press go on the Maps app. It was his fault.
it's not my fault.
He was holding the phone. It's his fault.
You
His
you
fault.
were
His fault.
I was not
His
holding
fault.
the phone until you gave it to me when I said we're going the wrong way.
I was stupid. Just once. In 3.5 weeks, there was one Wrong Way Babba, and it happened to be on our second day.
So we wait 40 minutes on the next bus to do the thing.
To
But
miss our scheduled guided tour.
to miss our scheduled tour at the Constitutional Hill, which is at like 11,
Yep.
and we should get there at like 11:10. You hit me! You hit me!
Did the bus tour all well and dandy. Stopped off at the Constitutional Hill, which included a tour through a notorious prison.
We did get here late, but we got to join the tour.
There was a quote from Mandela as we walked through to start the tour that said something like, you judge a society not by how it treats its best people, by how it treats the lowest people.
Yes.
And in this case, they treated their prisoners like animals.
Right next to the prison was the Constitutional Courtroom.
Which I loved, because part of what we found with South Africa is they wanted to learn from their past and kind of embrace it and go forward.
Yeah.
So the building, because of so much corruption in that during apartheid, the first part of their constitutional court, their Supreme Court, was all open windows, right? So it was the courts are going to be transparent.
After that, she had found a craft market that just so happened to be right next to the bus station and where we got off at the train station. And so we went down to the craft market.
We only had like 2 times to do souvenir shopping for us and others. So it was either that day or our last day at the Johannesburg airport.
Mm-hmm.
So he was willing to go craft shopping with me.
Yes.
How would you describe it?
I dub these sellers as soul snatchers. They're like all friends with each other, and so you'll be like buying something, and then they'll hand it off to someone else, and that person will be like wrapping it up, and then you go over to that person, and then you're like, wait, before you go, let me show you this, and then you get snatched up into.
I counted 9 and never got to look for a t-shirt, but I did get the 2 things I wanted: fabric and something else.
See, my problem was I didn't really say no a lot of times, and I went in not knowing what I wanted to buy. So
Most of this bag in his backpack is his stuff.
O.R. Tambo International Airport. The next station is Rosefield.
So after we got back to the hotel, and she very graciously bought me a drink because of, well, the next morning we were set to go from Johannesburg to Port Elizabeth to then take a bus to go to Makhanda for the National Arts Festival in South Africa.
10 minutes to spare before boarding.
Just as planned.
There was one point where we were waiting through security, and this one person near like 3/4 of the line just started coming through, and then a whole line of people behind him also started coming through, thinking like,
It's an open lane.
there's an open lane.
To which I told him, free cocktail if you can guess the number of jelly beans ahead of us. It was hard to have that contest when it was a constantly changing jump the line.
There was one part like right before going through security where you had to like scan your boarding pass. This one lady that was clearly American, and she was like, "Oh, what? Why can't I do that now? You let all those other people through. Why can't I do that now?"
She and her entire family decided to jump over the gate instead of coming through and trying to throw a stroller over. And the guy,
I didn't see that part.
Oh yeah, and the older guy came away from where it was, and it's like, no, not on my watch. And I'm like, and this was right 2 people ahead of us, and I'm like, oh man, there's justice in this world.
I thought making 10 minutes to spare was crazy enough.
Today's been a day.
Happy Tuesday.
We got on the plane. So
On time.
they shut the door and everything, but then
The captain announced they were being nice. There were 15 people who had checked in who were stuck in security. My! The people came on board. Grandpa was the last one on, and the family all clapped because Grandpa made it.
But-
45 minutes after departure time.
yeah. So we got in the air at like 11:30, 11:45-ish, and we got on the ground at like 1:15. The bus for our hotel leaves at 1:30. So, we didn't make it.
I log on going, maybe I can get to the bus guys and get them to change our reservation without having to go there and see if there's a bus. Did you know, favorite grandson, he knows all the stuff about the iPhone? Guess what one app he doesn't know?
The one app,
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp, that
How do you
one app that she's been
communicate
using.
with people when you're in a foreign country? WhatsApp.
Well, I don't go to foreign countries that often. I suspect because there was not great connection in the airport that not only were we talking to a bot, but the bot's messages were not coming in a timely fashion.
I had forgotten what 5G is about. We're gonna decide once we have bags. Do we wait for the bot, or do we get a taxi, which I thought was only a few minutes to get to the bus terminal and deal with a human?
So the taxi driver was very nice.
Oh yeah, I know where that is. Gets us in, shuts the door, and goes, "Oh, my car died. I'll be right back." And he sprints
Back into the
where
airport.
we just left from. And this one looks at me with this, really? You tempted the travel gods. He pops the clutch, kickstarts the car, and he goes, "We'll be fine now." Nice cab driver.
We had a nice drive with nice cab driver to bus place. We met up with nice employee named Benny, who
He's our hero.
Yes, Benny was also having a bad day.
We showed up and said we missed our bus. He goes, "Which one?" I said, "We landed at 1:30." And he's like, "Oh." He goes, "Well, I've already had 3 bad things happen today." And I'm like, "So have we?" And I said, "How about we combine bad things and 2 negatives make a positive?" He
Of
goes,
course.
"How can I help you?" I thought I was going to have to pay full price. He only charged us like 200 Rand to make the change instead of 2 whole new fares. Then I'd asked him for water and he didn't charge me for it. And he goes, "This is on me. You've had a bad day."
Yay.
And then I realized that WhatsApp, again, no help, that I had contacted the hotel and they wanted to know when we were going to arrive. Well, our arrival time ended. And I read the message, thankfully I did not delete it, that said, if you're going to check in after 5 p.m., we have to have 24 hours notice.
Well,
The bus was scheduled to arrive at
like 3:30.
And the new time to arrive was
8 p.m. So,
WhatsApp wouldn't recognize their number, and I'd already used WhatsApp to call this place, to text the place. So I'm like, oh crud. So I go up to Benny, explain the problem. Can I use your phone? Give him the number, explains travel day from hell, and then hands it to me. And then I get the same thing, which was like, well, I'm only here from 2 to 5 and I'd have to go home and you should have told us 24 hours ahead of time. I said,
our plane landed when our bus was leaving.
Bus arrives at 7:45, 10 minutes to walk there. We'll be there by 8. She goes, okay. Bus arrived at the hotel at 8 o'clock. So this one takes off. I was very amazed at New York speed. The dude can crank it when he needs to. I almost lost my pants because I didn't wear my belt to get through security. But when we showed up and we knocked at the door, because we both were like, panting like, monster, give me a break. She goes, oh, I got here early just in case you guys made it, but it looks like you had a hard day.
Yeah, think.
Yeah, think.
But this is only day 5 of a month-long trip, so...
We respect the travel gods.
Yes.
Gods, please shine on us. Ooh, ha, ha.
I did tell him I owed him a drink, but we were too tired to leave the hotel to get one.
Mm-hmm. When did Patrick get his own show? And who is this Dorito-shaped person? Watching some Looney Tunes cartoons. And I came to a very important question. Is Yosemite Sam dumb? Or is Bugs Bunny smart?
So we did miss 2 shows that we'd planned to see because we were late.
Yes.
But we got rested up and we're ready to head out the next morning because we had 5 shows.
We got breakfast at this very nice place in a local mall.
Then we headed up to Monument, only to discover our first show was unfortunately canceled.
We asked the nice lady at the counter for directions to the rehearsal room. We made the entire journey all the way downstairs just to find that the show was canceled.
Due to unfortunate circumstances, come back tomorrow at 4.
But hey, we get this nice view outside. Just sitting here waiting for the next thing in an hour and a half.
Second one, puppet show.
Yay!
We need some funnies about now.
And the puppet show that we saw was pretty funny. It was a one-man show with a variety of puppets. Afterwards, we went to a dance show that was pretty cool, but we couldn't record it because they told us not to. The 2 things we did after that, I'll save for a little bit later. But that was pretty much the end of our day.
Thank you, Guest House, for peanut butter fudge.
And then next morning, after getting breakfast at the same place, we went to a couple of music performance shows. First of which was a really cool spiritual show. Also, there was only like 3 other people in the audience, and they were a few tables away. So it felt like kind of an exclusive show. What I really liked is that the musicians, they didn't fret to low amounts of people in the crowd. They still performed their asses off.
Yep.
Same goes for the next group that we saw, which was the show was based around this one little instrument that they had. Also, we encountered quite a few animal creatures while we were just walking from location to location.
Hello, friend. Just kind of hanging out.
He's giving me the sign. What could go wrong, you said? 20% chance of rain, she said.
But then after that, we had a jazz show that we went to. And also, the things that I didn't talk about from the previous day were also jazz shows that we went to. Turns out there was already a college jazz festival that was happening at the same time as the National Arts Festival. So they just joined up together. I really, really liked these jazz shows, in part because the songs were good and the musicians played really well. But another huge part of these shows for me were the crowds, because where we were was this kind of tight-knit college town full of jazz enthusiast college kids that filled up the seats in these shows, and they would announce the name for their next song. And you'd swear that a pop artist just said that they were going to perform their big hit, and like everyone went nuts. Everyone knew the bands, and in some cases requested the bands to come to the festival. So these were kids that were like really, really passionate. And then another one of my favorite things that we went to was right after the jazz show on the second day. Our last thing we went to was seeing an artist named Monye, who I very much enjoyed.
I think the only one of the Standard Bank Young Artists that we're able to, that was performing while we were there. Mm-hmm. And it was a great way to end our 2.5 nights. 2.5 days.
Even though the bus didn't come after the show.
Bus didn't show up after the 9:30 show. Now we're walking down the hill. Focus. Hello, phone, focus. Focus.
What more could go wrong for transport issues? No shuttle.
We got out, there was one bus, shuttle, totally filled in probably 150 people waiting for shuttles.
Mm-hmm.
All the young people took off, walked down, and we're like, okay, nobody's coming. Let's go.
Yeah.
It's a lovely night, though. Hakuna Matata.
Guys, look! It's Aiden! The next day was basically retracing our steps back to Johannesburg, taking the bus from Makhanda to Port Elizabeth, and then plane from Port Elizabeth to Johannesburg.
So we made it on time. We get on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
What could go wrong?
Nothing, right?
We're here with 3 minutes to spare before boarding.
After the bus decided to sit for 50 minutes longer than expected, only because I went and said, you know, when are we leaving? And the other bus pulled up to cut us off. So it's like, get the bus to move and we'll leave. So we sat there for 50 minutes because they didn't think to ask the bus to move.
And then we had the hour-and-a-half drive to get to the first stop, which we thought was our stop, but it wasn't our stop.
It was 17 minutes away from our stop.
Yes.
Downtown Port Elizabeth traffic.
Thankfully, there was a taxi driver right where we got off at our stop.
Need a taxi?
Yes! And then we got here and through security with our boarding passes with 3 minutes to spare.
And then shockingly, we got onto the plane and into a shuttle and to a different hotel smoothly.
I resigned. It's now time for the travel tour company to take over logistics.
Transportation logistics, yeah. Because this was when we joined up with our tour group at OAT. Babba, I'm trying to watch Pokemon. Nah! And then after dinner, we had some nice cups of coffee. Coffee.
I owed you a drink from our travel day from Hockey Sticks.
Yes.
So we went and got a drink, and you wanted to take it back. What was it? Not to go? Take away.
Take away.
And it wouldn't fit in the cup the guy gave us, so we put it in 2 cups, and we took a picture, and we now call it Anderson Likes Coffee. That's what his dad said.
I don't.
African coffee.
Yes, yes, of course.
Breed.
Special.
I think you enjoyed that coffee in the morning, too.
I'm just trying to wash my hair this morning, and it seems as if the hair dryer is sad. I can't flick it in place.
In the morning, we got together with our tour group, our soon-to-be best friends, for 3 weeks. We had to go from Johannesburg, South Africa to Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. We got on a shuttle to the airport, breakfast at the airport, shuttle to the plane, got on the plane, flew to Zimbabwe.
Met our tour trip leader, Champion.
Yes.
So with you is Champion. That's my name. Okay.
Hello.
And my Shona name is Takuzwa Ninyasha Zamwari. Which one do you choose?
Champion.
Makes things happen faster, right?
Got on a bus
to Hwange National Park. It was also our first experience of seeing some animals in the national park. Saw some elephants. That was pretty sick. Seeing elephants that close for the first time.
I think we saw impalas, which we went crazy over until we realized they're all over the place. Ooh, the hippo yawning in the pond. Number 1 was monkey.
Who is not?
Monkey. No one sees the monkey except me.
What you need for the best. So the guys
Where did you go? At least I saw the monkey. I found it. It's on the windowsill. Hello, monkey friend. Report to us what's in the building. Now we got a whole monkey group going. A little family. We are family. Having a pretty ooh-ah time.
Transferred to Safari Jeep, ditched the bus driver, and picked up our safari guides, Douglas and Victor. It wasn't exactly riding on paved roads. It was our first experience of.
It's our first time seeing some guinea hens and some wildebeests and more monkeys.
See, these are young bulls here.
It's getting in the shot.
We got to the camp. It was a lovely camp with some lovely staff that provided me some wine at dinner. It was wine, guys. It was wine.
African wine.
Yes. We had to be escorted to our tent as well because there are animals out because we're inside of a national park, so we couldn't just walk alone at night.
We got birthday cards as we came into the room.
It turns out we had some elephants in there to greet us as well.
2. One for you and one for me.
Yay! And we also got introduced to what was referred to by the staff as bush babies, but they were actually hot water bottles.
Covered in flannel to keep them warm throughout the night.
We got up early, wakey at 6 and had ourselves a nice breakfast around the fire and then went out on a safari in the morning.
Alright. Babba's the slowpoke in the bathroom.
Basically, at all of the camps, it was structured so that we would have breakfast and then a morning safari, which the safaris were called game drives. I didn't know that.
You're looking for game. Big food, then a few hours to ourselves.
And then we'd have some kind of afternoon discussion and then into afternoon/evening drive.
Drinks and watch the sundown go down and then back for dinner.
Yes. And then the day's over.
At 8 o'clock, you're escorted back to your tent.
This first morning was our first official safari, and we saw a lot of stuff that we didn't expect to see on our first safari.
And I think the first day following the rules was hard. Don't stand up, don't point and break the profile, and don't talk. But we got the hang of it.
Eventually. One of the first things we saw was a very rare sable,
which is Zimbabwe's national animal.
We also saw a whole pride of lions. That was really cool. On the first full day there. Why don't you?
I think we were all pretty high after the first game drive.
Everybody. Maybe just a bit.
So after the safari, we went back to the campsite. We had some brunch. We did a little talk down of the trip. And then we were given some alone time for a few hours, which this is like the first bit of actual alone time I've had all trip. That's an air horn in case there's an emergency, like an animal coming into the tent. Because they could just walk in if they want to. There's not really much stopping them other than a zipper. I'm going to be using this time to listen to some music that I downloaded before I came on this trip. I wanted to listen to some African artists while I'm on my Africa trip. So I downloaded every album for South African rapper, aka Nigerian R&B artist Thames, a Nigerian pop artist Wizkid, and a Botswanian death metal band called Worst, I think, or something like that. It's Rust with a W in front. Is it Worst or Worst? Or Rust? Worst? I don't know. Ant-Man does whatever an ant can. That's not the song.
I hung out and talked to people in the lodge, and then it was about time for the afternoon talk. So I start to go for you, and then we have this little baboon experience.
I'm guessing there are more out there, but... Oh. Someone's angry. Right there. Bamboo. Yeah. They're having fun in that tent over there. This is their tent now.
Hey, Jody.
Yeah?
Jody, it's Kim. I'm here in the tent, and it's been surrounded by baboons for about 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And I tried to have someone come and get me, or so I wasn't alone.
Oh, tell you what.
See that they've kind of escaped since you've been there?
Hold on.
After the baboon debacle, we spent some time with this one guy that was carving little like Christmas ornament things, or just ornaments.
Out of palm tree nuts.
Yes.
And he would carve one, pretty intricate, and it took him only 5 minutes to do it.
Yes.
Yeah, Spencer was cool.
Went out on our evening game drive, which one of the first things that we saw were all these elephant bones. So naturally we made a chair out of the bones and took pictures. And basically the rest of that evening we saw alive elephants.
I woke up early at like 2, and I heard some noises outside my tent. And so I pulled my phone out to record it. But then I ended up going back to sleep as I was recording it. And it ended up being 3 hours of just a black screen and all the noises.
Oh, how cool.
I woke up at wiki time, and I was like, what the hell drained my battery so much?
Maybe this afternoon you could play it for us. Like, you know, while we're sitting.
I'm pretty sure most of the noises you'll hear will be me and Babba making our sleeping noises.
Oh!
On the next morning game drive, we saw even more lions.
just remember you going, they look like my kitties at home. Just big kitties.
They were just big kitties. After the morning gate drive, our late morning, early afternoon activity was visiting a local homestead. All the women of the group had to wear chitangas, it was called.
Yep. 2 meters of fabric, and where you tie it tells people your status: single, married, widowed, divorced.
Yes. Our group had 11 women and 2 men. So there were a lot of chitangas to be given out.
But this was our first chance to see traditional life in a homestead in a village, traditional gender roles, and probably what's more typical, which is rural Africa, whereas we'd been in urban settings for the prior week.
Yes.
In my favorite story, so I introduced myself and my favorite grandson. And one of the questions I asked was, what's the role of grandparents in your society? And the granddaughter of the headman said they're there to take care of the younger generation, teach what the ancestors knew to the next generation through stories, to which this one said...
This one tells the same stories.
And everyone who was a grandparent laughed, and the granddaughter looked at him and said, maybe you haven't learned the story yet.
I have learned the story. How can I not learn the story with how many times you tell it?
So I think we endeared ourselves as a multi-generational family visiting the village.
Yes. And we had some of their bread, too. Their bread was really good.
Yeah, cooked over embers. That was really good.
Yeah. After hanging out in the homestead for a bit, we then went to St. Mary's Primary School nearby, which we brought some gifts for as well.
It's going to take a while. You'd like to try some?
And then I think they brought the 7th graders from another school, and they would go to each one of us. And so I think I had 3 girls who took me around and explained the school to me, and I think you had a couple of kids with you too.
Yes, there were 2 girls with me that took me to read some stuff in the library and then do some math problems. There were some problems in the math books that were not in my math books when I was in 7th grade.
Yeah, I don't remember doing areas of a rectangle and some other more advanced geometry. That was 10th grade for me. And these girls just whip through it like you would.
I was not taught Roman numerals in school at all.
I took mine. They liked to play sports, so we played netball, which is a version of basketball. So I taught them pig, and I lost.
And then before going back to the camp, we went to another craft market. This time not with any soul snatchers.
And we decided, because these were all women from either the homestead or the village that we had visited, I was trying to pick something up, and our tour director told us how to bargain. So I was trying to bargain with them, and he comes up and just basically pays full price. And as we're walking away, he said they need the money more than we do.
Mm-hmm.
So I learned from my grandson.
And we got some cool things out of it as well, including these earrings, these zebra earrings right here.
Warthogs on the train tracks.
Before dinner, we had a very interesting conversation with a man named Innocent about trophy hunting in the region.
That, and later we are going to hear about poaching, and it's you need to conserve wildlife because tourism is like #1 way all the countries make money.
Mm-hmm.
But then people have bad behaviors, and so how do you discourage bad behavior and make money from trophy hunting and to help the local communities? So it was kind of a can't win situation.
They made some kind of compromise with the trophy hunting thing, which is basically just poaching, but you're allowed to do it because the government said so.
Wakey. How are you this morning?
Very good. How are you?
Good.
And then the next morning, after running into a few more things in the park, such as these guys, and more of these guys, and even more of these guys, wow! We set off to Zambia.
And Kafue.
When we got to our third country in Africa, we stamped into the country, and then we walked across the bridge at Victoria Falls to get to another bus.
The German guys we'd met in the Johannesburg airport had told us, whatever you do, don't look down. And I looked down.
At least when you also looked down, you noticed that it was beautiful, the falls.
Yeah, I think my stomach was busy turning over.
Hey, that looks like something interesting. After a bus drive in Zambia to an airport in Zambia, we then made our way onto a bush plane to go to our next national park. I had never been on a bush plane before, and I was not told that this was a bush plane. So...
Well, you were told we were going to be on a bush plane sometime during this trip, and I said it was just a small plane. I never said how small. I don't think you have a picture, but I remember as we come into the landing strip is basically dirt cleared. And I saw the safari jeeps at either end. And after we landed, and I asked our trip leader, why weren't the 2 safari vehicles like waiting for us to, help offload the plane in that? And he's like, well, that's because animals cross the runway and they're there to basically scare them off or shoot them if necessary. And I'm like, they're that close?
Made our way to the camp inside Kafue National Park, along the river as well.
So now we've exchanged hearing lions roar outside our tents for hippos grunting.
Number 3! Pick number 3!
The tent that we were in was nicer as well. It actually had a door instead of zippers. We went on an evening game drive where we only really encountered just a leopard.
A little kitty.
Just a leopard.
A little kitty.
You see one of them every day. It just walked away from us, and honestly, we were kind of just stalking it.
And again, most of the time, they didn't even care.
That was Jim.
Wake up time only means more game drives.
This is where I come for my siesta. Yeah, just after brunch I come and sit here. So this is the bachelor head, and what they are doing there, they're trying to see who will lead the group. Where?
Sounds like a
Go away.
Toddler. Doesn't
Go away.
There's 3 of them. One's coming out.
This day decided to be particularly windy as well.
That was also one of those out in the morning. I think that day we all put on our thermals and the dust masks and our beanie caps and put on the ponchos, and we were still cold.
I forgot to say, in their winter, it's not cold all day.
So I think we got used to, it was 40 degrees. I had told you it was going to be 30 to 40 degrees in the morning and 70 for a high. So
Yes.
we had to be, and no heaters and no air conditioning in the
Yeah.
tents. So
Yeah.
you kind of overdressed in the morning, after lunch, changed your clothes.
Yeah.
And we're ready for the afternoon, but then when you got back, it was cold at dinner, so you put all those layers back on.
And after a cool cultural talk about Zambia and the history of Zambia, during the evening safari, we ended up encountering an angry big fellow.
It was the Jeep in front of us, so it wasn't as bad for us, but still pretty bad. Apparently he was musky, so he was looking for love. And a little frustrated that the only thing he saw was a big safari Jeep. So
2 big safari Jeeps.
Yeah. So he decided to show us lots of elephant behavior.
But we got out of there all safe and sound. And the next day was still safaris, but on the water.
We went on the river and we went left, so we went on the Lafupa River.
Bye. I didn't even have fishing gear. We'd be in trouble.
Not to be confused with the right-hand branch, which was Kafue.
But we did ended up going on both of them. In between visiting these lakes, we also got a cool cultural conversation from one of the ladies that worked at the park about social expectations within Zambia.
Would you like to demonstrate how you should properly greet your grandmother?
I don't remember.
On your knees, boy. Ask if you can sit and speak. Oh, I forgot that part.
No one else saw it, but I saw some monkeys by the pool as well.
Baboons by the pool. It's winter time for you guys. Why are you guys by the pool?
I didn't get one part on video where the monkey started to just move a little bit, kind of dancing, and I just kind of mimicked it. And yeah, we were doing that little dance for like 2-3 minutes. I made a monkey friend.
There you go.
Oh, and this was the last evening at this camp. So the staff decided to do some songs and dances to send us off. But they also asked for Team America to give a little performance as well.
Why? Because America's got talent! I don't want to be a chicken, I don't want to be a duck, I just want to wiggle my butt. Don't want to be a chicken, don't want to be a duck, just want to wiggle my butt. Don't want to be a chicken, don't want to be a duck, just want to wiggle my butt. That's
Next morning, we got up ready to go to Botswana.
our fourth African country.
Yes, 5th country on the trip.
It's true. 2 continents, though.
Hey, Babba.
Got him
That's
at the
cool.
last second.
Did you? Oh, was I in your way?
We got onto another bush plane.
Yeah, this was the one where we had to pass the ballerina test.
What?
So ballerina test is like really skinny, and ballerinas have to be able to fit through it. And Babba's padding is squeezed. It was a tight plane.
We go back to the bus that we came from, and we then went to a local supermarket. And the store's got basically stuff that we'd expect in the States as well. It's got cornflakes. It's got funny drinks for everyone in the family. It's got Lightning McQueen toys. Vroom vroom. It's got...
Sort of a cross between a grocery store, maybe a Walmart, a grocery store, and some other kinds of things. Because they're like little charcoal grill stoves, there were toys, there was like a lot of that. But unlike the next place we went, it had fixed prices. So you knew exactly what you were paying.
Yes. We went to a local market as well.
We were given the equivalent of 50 cents in local currency, and even our driver said that's where he goes shopping. So there were lots of little stalls that if you wanted salt or fresh fruit or other things, little fishies, you could go buy. Some had prices, some didn't. So you had to bargain.
Babba makes quilts, and so the entire trip she was looking for fabric. She saw there was more fabric at this local market too, and she spent quite a bit of time in there.
No.
Oops, sorry, did I hit you?
We're good.
We then transitioned from one bus onto another bus in Botswana.
Apparently, it costs a lot of money to have a commercial bus go over country lines. So every time we hit a border, we change bus drivers.
Yes.
And this poor dude, wasn't he the one that actually had to drive the bus and our luggage down like a
oh yeah
road?
Yeah.
It's like, why you couldn't meet him up at the main drag? But yeah, he had to
yeah, all the way down to the camp. We had definitely my favorite view at this camp. This gorgeous overview of a river. And also this river was the border between Botswana and Namibia. We didn't go into Namibia, but we saw Namibia from our campgrounds. And then we had another game drive that started out on the paved road this time.
Which only means they go faster, and in the morning it is cold.
That's our camp, all the way up there. Whoa. Right over past that beautiful sunset is a country called Namibia. I want to go over. Let me explore it. Gimme.
He's saying dinner time.
It is. That's definitely not Jim. Do we get 3 countries in a row with our best friend, the hot water bottle?
Oh, maybe. Army Green, where's my bear?
After safely checking that there were no lions outside in the morning, we went on another morning safari.
You think this was funny?
Very.
Hello.
They're laughing.
Honestly, I should have expected seeing an elephant crossing sign at least sometime on the trip, or any kind of animal crossing.
That was the first time we saw any kind of warning sign. And then I think right after that was the kudu kind of sign. And so we're like, okay.
One of the game drivers, PG, was given the floor to talk about bushcraft as well as making fire.
He called himself a hunter, not a poacher. And so it was just kind of cool to hear about his experience, but he specifically came up to show us how to make fire. And then he asked for someone to assist him in being one of 2 males. Anderson was selected because he shared with us that in order to be considered husband material in his tribe, you had to be able to make fire.
ekhwetsi ka se itse se go chaza nna se mo tsa oma ke go se ka ito ka ro se go tsa ka gore metsi ka do go mo ga ga tsa mo go ntse me go khotsa metsi ka tsa go tsa me say thank you.
My contribution was just to hold down the thing as he put the pole through the little hole, and he made fire in it, which that was really cool to see up close.
Make it strong, huh? Yeah, make it strong.
There you go.
Ah, perfect.
And you put your weight on that stick and you train it. Oh, sorry. Yeah, just go. You see?
There you go.
Yep. There you go. See the smoke?
Mm-hmm.
Ah, you got it.
It would have been a little easier if you didn't burn my palm a bit.
I'll show a picture, but it was there basically the rest of the trip. I did make a tiny bit of fire.
Smoke.
Wherever there's smoke, there's fire.
Okay, I'll give
Babba.
you that one. I'll give you that one.
Babba. After some break time and witnessing more monkeys on a different camp.
Weren't you on the in the lodge when a baboon came up and just screamed? They tried to chase him away.
What?
And screamed.
I
weren't there?
have not heard about that until right now.
Oh.
We got a demonstration on basket weaving from the employees.
It's pretty cool. Elaine volunteered to put a stitch or two into what they were working on, and then one of the bowls is used to put on your head, and then they can carry like up to 5 pounds of water. They had asked us to demonstrate our female abilities to haul stuff with our heads. Somebody caught me balancing the bowl on my head, and then all the other ladies joined in to show that we were wife material.
And then some more safari stuff.
I do think the next morning we got up and you and I were both like, it was the all day game drive, not 1 a.m. And we were kind of like, I've had enough, and we're only on our 3rd camp and we have 1 more to go.
Yeah.
Most of the morning was kind of a bust. We didn't really see anything big or new or see a new animal behavior. And we're all like, okay. And we talked to everybody else and they were saying the same thing. And then they come back to the river and the plains, and it was like, wow.
We also had lunch in the park with a few unexpected guests in the trees.
Which nobody told me somebody was over my shoulder while I was eating. But to be fair, I was only told not to let him get eaten by a lion. Nobody said boy had to protect Babba from a critter.
Oh, and when we got back as well, you didn't see it, but me and Jim, the only other guy there, we saw a herd of elephants going towards the water. And then that evening was our last night there, so we had a traditional dinner and more singing and dancing.
We went in an area that was like tall, dead trees, maybe 6-7 feet tall, with chairs and a fireplace, and they call it a boma. That was where they would have celebrations in a village and that. So they wanted us to celebrate our last night at camp with them. And so we had traditional dinner of the region, and then the staff came and sang and danced for us.
But in the morning, we had to say goodbye to the beautiful view and the beautiful employees as well. We went to a police station before we went to the next camp in Botswana.
Oh, that's right. We were killing time.
Yeah. We gawked at a tree at the police station.
It was called a prison baobab.
This makes me feel like I'm in a museum.
Yeah.
We got onto another bush plane that's off to the next camp. Again, still in Botswana, but now we are in the Okavango Delta. This camp was more so like the first camp that we had in Zimbabwe.
Welcome to Santawani. Enjoy your stay.
There was a watering hole right next to the camp, so very often as we were eating, we would just like look off in the distance and, oh, there's some elephants just drinking water over there.
I saw an elephant just walk by while Babba was doing stuff in the bathroom. Haha, Babba.
I missed it.
Yeah. Speaking of the bathroom, the common bathroom for everyone. When we came in, they referred to it as the loo with the view. They were not kidding. There is literally just missing a wall.
Which for the guys was no problem, but when you have 11 women that need to get to the bathroom and one person's like wanting to take pictures of the zebra outside the loo, it's like, excuse me.
And then it was time for our evening game drive.
So we loved all of our game drivers, but Jax and Gilly in the Delta really went out of their way.
Yeah.
Because they first asked us, like, what have you seen? What do you want to see more of? What haven't you seen that you'd like to see? And of course, everybody in our group lays out the hardest things. Like, we haven't seen a cheetah and we want to see the painted dogs and I don't know what else we had. But they were like, oh, okay.
And our first big encounter of that camp was we ran into 3 leopards together.
A mom and her 2 cubs with 2 kills.
One of the leopards decided to get very close to the Jeep on Babba's side, and she got a picture of the leopard hissing at us.
I held my camera.
Mm-hmm.
I did not move the camera nor me. I didn't talk. I just waited for hissing kitty to leave.
Yeah. But at least Mom let us see her beautiful children.
That was true. They were cute.
Mm-hmm.
So the next morning, I usually went to breakfast to grab tea and stuff, and he'd come like 10 minutes before we had to leave just to grab toast. And so I've eaten, everybody's looking around. Champ, the trip director, has given us the 10-minute warning to get to the bathrooms, and he's not there. And he comes up to me like, where's Anderson? I'm like, I don't know. And a couple minutes later, where's Anderson? I don't know. So I grab toast and, Hall start walking to go find him. And
hi, it's the next morning, and for the tents there's supposed to be a lock for all the zippers in the front because they have seen monkeys get into the tent, and so they have a lock just to prevent the monkeys from getting into the tents. The lock for me and Babba's tent was here yesterday, but now it's not here. What am I supposed to do? What am I supposed to do? The monkeys literally outsmarted us by taking the lock. Cinder block defense. That's what I'm going with.
I'm walking down the path, and she comes toward me with some breakfast that she saved for me. And she's like, bro, what are you doing? We have to go soon. And I'm like, the lock is missing.
The camp manager, and it's like, no, that's never happened.
Yeah, he was like, but it was there last night. And I'm like, I know. No. I was there too. But after we got a tour with the camp manager, we went out on another morning game drive where we saw a big male lion just kind of hanging out.
Oh yeah. Jack started the morning looking down, and he goes, lion prints going that way, and just hauls to go find Kitty.
And we found Kitty. So, yay.
And Kitty apparently stole somebody's Impala. And then Jax is like, look, cheetahs. And so we took off.
We ended up seeing 4 cheetahs all together, Mom and 3 of her children.
And then we followed them because kitties were still hungry.
Yeah.
And so they went on a hunt, and we literally just were like right behind them. And I'm like, aren't we interrupting their hunt? And, they never looked at us. They didn't care. So that was pretty cool. We got to watch them stalk, crawl up a couple of rocks, get in a better view. We saw Mom take off and then heard like bird chirps. And that was like calling the family back together. It was pretty cool.
Yeah. During the break time, we got a cool behind the scenes tour of the back of the house just to see what it's like from the employee's point of view. Look at these hard workers, hard at work. Babba got to help make a special drink that was made in southern Africa.
Yeah, it's these big seeds from the baobab tree, hard as a gourd, that you smash them and you get these like white styrofoamy things in. Add it with cream and water and whip it, and everybody took a turn, and it made like a pudding to go over your oatmeal the next morning. It was not bad.
Yeah. We got a little history and science lesson about Botswana, and then we went on a evening game drive.
I'm pretty sure, didn't we end our night with a different leopard?
Yes.
With his Impala snack.
Yes, we did.
And we learned that Impalas are, what they call them? The McDonald's of Africa. Apparently all the kitties like to snack on Impala.
Mm-hmm.
If you're ready for your dinner, shout hooray!
Hooray! We were very ready for dinner by then, but then after dinner, we got a visit in the bushes.
You calling to Marcus territory or calling to another line?
Yeah.
It's time to go to bed. Yeah, I think we're going to our tent.
The other lion yesterday, it slept on this road here.
So we got our usual wakey call this morning, but then someone came back, and we were like, we've already been wakey-wakeyed.
Jody?
Are you ready? It's like, why? Because the lion we heard last night over there is still over there. And I promised not to let boy get eaten by lion, so we'll hang here for a while.
It's time for the marathon.
After the morning safari, we went on. It wasn't a canoe. It was
Mokoro
yeah.
is one of the inlet arms on the delta.
Mm-hmm.
One of 5.
Yeah.
And it was the closest to camp.
Yeah. We had some nice conversations with Jax, the person that operated ours. He told me that his brother, that also works in this line, got to drive around Will Smith.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think when you told him you wanted a career in the entertainment industry and he wants to be a photographer, you guys just kind of bonded.
It's like only my legs are drunk.
Yeah. Oh, my butt was getting sore, but I'm like, ooh, do not shift weight.
When I got back to camp to go for some alone time, a few of us encountered some elephants walking across the path on the way to the tents. The champion even told us that, like, even the elephants, they would not make that much noise as they were walking up, possibly behind you. So you had to be alert all the time. The last evening drive at this camp, it was mentioned that we hadn't seen African wild dogs yet. And so what do they do but find us a bunch of African wild dogs to gawk at?
There was a sighting of 3 dogs. You guys want to go look for them? We're all like, yeah. And he goes, well, it's like 40 minutes away on the road. And we're like, okay. By that time we knew... Up, because it's going to be cold, down with the beanie, and Gilly just hauls.
Yes.
And we're thinking the road is like in Chobe, which is like we're going on a main road, which is a paved road. Yeah,
No.
It wasn't quite that. But 40 minutes later, we show up and this is what we see.
Yes. Most of the time we saw them, they were just kind of lying around. And even the driver was like, if we're not going to stick around that much longer if they don't do anything. And then all of a sudden, as we were about to leave, they got up and did things.
I don't know where all those other guys came from. But I think we saw the whole pack.
I think they came up from the dirt.
So the larger ones went off to the right, and they just don't play games. There were some that went off to the right. They really did.
And then we had another traditional dinner inside of a boma with more singing and dancing.
America. some talent.
Didn't you hear from Team Zambia how badly we did?
So this is a song, I don't know if anybody else here knows it. If you know it, I need you to get up and sing it with as much enthusiasm and harmony as you can muster. Okay, if you recognize it. Oh, give me a home where the buffalo roam, where the deer and the antelope play. None of you know this? Where seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day. Home on the range, where the deer and the antelope play. Seldom is heard a discouraging word, and the skies are not cloudy all day.
I'll make a toast. I'm very emotional.
So clever.
I don't want to weep.
How do you get a job?
I told Jax the other day, the bird that says, work harder or drink water, I heard it saying, Botswana, Botswana. That's what I heard. This place is magical. Thank you.
Cheers. Cheers. Cheers.
After our lovely send-off at the last camp, we boarded the bush plane for the last time.
Back to the big cities.
Yes, in Victoria Falls in Zimbabwe. And once again, we had to cross from Botswana into Zimbabwe. And so we had to switch buses once again. But we got a very nice bus this time.
Big bus.
Big bus. And
I
purple
didn't have
seats.
to sit next to you anymore. I got my
Hey!
own seat.
We also saw mongoose before we boarded
that's true.
that bus.
They went scooting by.
Yeah, at the border. We ended up at a resort in Victoria Falls, which this was the bit of the trip where we were, it was still with the tour group, but we were given an option of activities to do.
There may or may not be a little hole in Babba's.
Houston, we have a problem.
A little hole in Babba's suitcase. Someone was a little too rough, I guess, or something poked through. I'm putting my phone in the safe because me and her are about to go do something crazy. We just did something crazy. Ladies first, what did we do? What did we just do?
I just did what my grandson wanted me to do.
First time jumping?
First time bungee jumping.
Whose idea was it?
My grandson's.
Awesome.
He literally wants to push me off, but he doesn't think you'll allow him on the platform with me.
I said that as a joke.
I'm not going anywhere. But look at everybody looking at me.
Let's go to bed. Let's go stand your toes over the edge.
Oh, that's what you think. Hi guys. Oh boy. Toes over? How far over?
Okay, some more. Get your toes over. Yes, you did.
Like that?
Good.
Yep.
Stand up straight.
Let
Keep
go.
your arms strong out, sideways.
Hey.
Strong. Spread your ego like that.
Hey.
Okay.
Strong.
Remember the big dive out, okay?
Big dive.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, punch.
Oh my god! Oh my god! Whoa, baby! Which way's up? 4 seconds of incredible stuff. I think they're taking me back up. Anybody want to look around? I don't think so. The red face is because blood's in my hair. Hey there! Who's this buddy? This is as relaxed as I get with the red face. There's where we're going back up to. And there's where we were. Oh, thank you.
So the camera should be in front.
That was fun.
My name is Max.
Oh,
Nice to meet you, Judy.
nice to meet you. Thank you for being my rescuer.
First bungee ever?
Yes,
It's gonna be fun.
I've done zip lining before, which is why I said no to zip lining here.
Yeah, one dive.
Arms out.
Okay. Maintain that position the whole time.
The whole time? Okay.
Shaking far. Go forward, keep going. Yes. Right, hold your arms strong out. Arms strong, big dive out, okay? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, bungee.
Jesus? I don't know. Hello.
How was your bungee?
Bungee was fun.
It was fun.
I was kind of shaky, like when they told me to put my toes over the edge.
Oh,
but
me
like,
too.
but like once I actually got off the platform, I felt great.
You have to get up and walk, and because they have your legs cinched together, you can't move an inch. And you have, what, 4 or 5 feet? And then you have to turn, and then they're like, keep putting your toes over. And I'm like, it is. It's like, more.
Yeah.
More. And then they're like, I was holding on to the side. Stand up. And I, like, stand up, and I'm still holding on. It's like, arms out. Be strong. And I'm like,
they tell you to jump 3 meters. I thought that I jumped, but
Me
watching the videos back after we did it, it did not look like I did. So yeah, we're currently floating.
Yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
And we were literally floating just a minute ago.
Minutes ago.
When we walked across the bridge the first time, I was like, "Oh, this is where we're going to bungee jump."
And I looked down, and my tummy went, bleh. And I kept going, maybe it'll rain. So I kept watching the forecast, 80 degrees and sunny. I'm like, maybe Anderson will be too tired. No.
Nope.
Maybe it'll conflict with something OET has scheduled. They changed the schedule. And then I didn't realize, because I signed the waiver first and then signed up, that my mark made me get to go before him.
Yep.
Yeah. So, maybe that might be my last time. Oh, on the waiver of releasing them from liability, they had, what age group are you on? The last age group listed was 50 to 59, so.
So after we went and momentarily lost our senses, we went to a home-hosted dinner with local family, which I didn't take any pictures or videos of, but it was very lovely. The family that we talked to was very nice, very welcoming. The next morning, we got up dark and early, while the sun wasn't even up yet, to go on one last game drive that we separately booked to go to a rhino reserve.
Even though our tour director, Champion, had said you're probably less than 50-50 to see a black rhino, we decided our tour group had been lucky.
Yeah, we saw 4 of the big 5 already. And
cheetahs and the wild dogs. So we were like,
we gotta run out the big 5 at least with the luck that we have.
So Michael was our game driver.
Yes.
Freezing cold because it's dark and we're driving now on main roads to get to the sanctuary. He didn't have any of our bush baby warmers.
No, we didn't.
And as soon as we get through the gates, something comes on the radio and he turns around. He goes, "There's been a black rhino sighting, but it's a ways away.
Yeah.
Are you guys okay if we go there?" And we're like, sure. And then he hauls faster than any other driver for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
And we're all like, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold, it's cold.
30 minutes into our 3-hour trip to this reserve, we find a black rhino in the bushes.
2.
2?
2.
I got video of 1.
You got video 1. The other guy kind of turned because there are only 5,000 left in
the world.
Most of them in Africa, and 10% a year are lost to poaching. And so the rhinos just, they see people, they hear jeeps, they go the other way.
Yeah.
So we let everybody else know, and they're like, "What about the pictures?" And it's like, well, he's got video, but I saw him through the binoculars. You gotta trust us. We saw this guy.
And we also had a nice breakfast in the reserve with some zebras that joined us as well.
Never get tired of watching the wild animals just cruise past, totally ignoring us, like not afraid.
This is whatever.
And we're just like, zebra, it's half.
Babba got a new bag.
First question. Oh, look.
No holes.
After lunch, we went back to Victoria Falls all together to go through the Victoria Falls National Park.
Which is pretty cool. So Victoria Falls is one of the 7 natural wonders of the world.
Yes.
And I have not been to any of the other 6, so we both gotta check that one off our list.
Mm-hmm.
Babba, we were just over there.
Actually, it was down there.
How come my hat is a completely different color now and yours is fine?
Waterproof, maybe?
Maybe the edge or the point.
Maybe I was standing on the edge of Danger Point. Who knows?
Next up, after being greeted by a very cool group called ATV, African Traditional Vibes. went out on a boat cruise.
I thought we were going to see more critters, but
no.
Had a good drink.
Yeah, yes.
Oh, I'm sorry. A good coffee.
Then we got back to land. We had a very nice dinner right next to those fire things from the hotel.
And Champ was pretty cool. He just kind of left it open to the table to say, what'd you guys think about, the trip and what'd you learn? So it was a nice way to end our trip.
We spent the rest of the evening at a theater show right by the hotel. I didn't get any videos of that as well, but it was an awesome performance with a lot of passion behind it, a lot of physicality behind it as well.
Just about to go to bed, and I'm just remembering right now, I had a short film that just came out today. I hope people like it.
Next morning, we got a history lesson on David Livingstone, the Western world's introduction to Southern Africa. And then as our last activity with the tour group, we were sung away by a cool a cappella group.
First, thank you to the people who have made this trip possible. Our Victoria Falls office, the two ladies who work 24/7 tirelessly to ensure that this product runs smoothly.
Yes.
Mavis and Victoria. Big thank you to all the staff, all the guys, all the managers, people who they've loved to be here and say a goodbye to us. First time travelers with OAT, you are the future. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you liked it. Thank you for contributing to the economies of South Africa, Zambia, Zimbabwe, and Botswana.
Of course.
Thank you for contributing into the local market in Victoria Falls.
Yes.
Thank you for the contributions to the school and the home in Gamo. Today, after some 2 weeks together, I can confidently say we are family. And family, this has been a journey.
This being my first extended trip out of the United States, this has been an incredibly rich, enlightening, and fulfilling experience that I have learned so many lessons from that I hope to continue forward into my hopefully long life.
Anderson, thanks for bringing down the demographics.
Boy, that was a very nice and sentimental ending. I hope nothing inconvenient comes up to ruin it.
So right before we left Zimbabwe, we got an email saying that the British Airways flight from Johannesburg to London would be delayed.
Because of technical problems with the inbound flight. God bless the airport, or the airline. They would not tell us how, but FlightAware told us more than 4 hours.
And 4-hour delay means we miss our connection from London back to North Carolina. So after our nice flight from Zimbabwe to Johannesburg, we go to the desk that we were told to go to, and we were like, hey, we have this issue. Can you help us? This is the only person that we've come across in South Africa that was not really helpful at all, in that she just checked our bags in and gave us our boarding passes and sent us on our way.
And said it, meaning our delayed connection, would be fixed while we were in the air. Ha. Think I'm dumber than a duck?
It says on our boarding passes that the Joburg to London flight gate closes at 2:10 a.m.
So we go through security, stamp out of Johannesburg in South Africa, find a seat, Thankfully, I still have my SIM card. I know British Air won't talk to me because I made this through a third party. So I get on a chat with Travelocity. The first dude says, oh, we have a whole support team dealing with delayed flights. Let me bring him in.
Mm-hmm.
So for an hour and a half, we go back and forth with Dinesh.
Yeah, at first he was like, how about I get you on an earlier Joburg to London flight today? And we were like, that would be great, even if we had to sit in normal economy instead of premium economy. And then he was like, oh, whoops, there's no seats on that flight.
You literally, because I'm guessing everybody else on that flight of 400 people was also trying to readjust their flight. So if you didn't say yes right away, somebody else did and it was gone.
And then he tried to reschedule the entire thing, have us go through Joburg to London, from London to New York, and then New York to North Carolina. And then he was like, oh, there's no seats on the Joburg to London flight.
So finally, he gives us an option back to premium economy. Thankfully, this one, I'm like, what the heck date is that? And he goes, that would be Monday. This was Saturday night. And I'm like,
yeah.
Okay, book it. Then it was like, do we go get our bags or do we get a hotel? And
right,
because
because we're through security, through immigration. Our bags are supposedly in the area for that 2 a.m. plane that's supposed to leave.
And I did not want to get out of that chat to try to go look and book a hotel. It's like, I'm not losing this dude. So we get the dude done. I go back online, find the hotel that was close to the airport.
That we stayed at before going to the arts festival.
And while I was doing that, Anderson, it's like, go back to information. I said, how do we get out? Because I've only ever gotten out of an airport by being on a plane and come in a different door, and need to get out.
I've never had to readjust flights before, ever. So I went up and asked the information desk, and they told me to basically go back the way we came. We ended up going back through a security team, back through an immigration team.
We had to ask for help along the way because the corridors are absolutely nobody there.
Yeah.
So we get, and you're kind of
yeah,
like,
there's nobody.
There's an empty hall, and you're looking, you don't see anybody at the end of the hall. So we hit the first group of immigration people who are looking the other way because they're not used to people coming from behind them.
After we go through immigration, we go to the desk for British Airways to have them offload our bags because we kind of need our bags. And this was like 7 p.m. So he was like, I can get them pulled, but it's gonna take a while. How about you come back tomorrow for your bags?
And then they're speaking one of the African languages, but you could just hear them like, yeah, man, these people like really give you the bags.
So after that, we go back through the way we were told. We end up back at international arrivals, which means we have to go back through entry immigration.
And I usually take the lead so that whatever questions they ask, I can answer them, and then he just say he's with me. And so you get there, and the immigration guy's got his head down. He's flipping through the pages to see where we've been. He's like, so where'd you come from? Well, the first time through it was Victoria Falls. Well, this time I'm not thinking. I'm like, inside the airport. And the guy stops, looks up, grins like, excuse me? So I give him the short version of what happened and that we're trying to get back out because we've rebooked our flight 2 days from then. And he just kind of smiles and stamps. And I'm like, and he's with me.
On our passports, we have 3 stamps for July 19th. 1 in, 1 out, and 1 back in.
All on the same page.
All on the same page, all on the same day. There's a free shuttle from the airport to the hotel.
So we get on that. Of course, the guy's looking at us like everybody else has, a million bags. We have our backpacks. So we get in, get kind of comfy, get up the next morning.
Yeah.
He's anxious to get back to get our bag. And he's like, oh, let me lead. So I'm like, okay. I give him the ticket stubs. I give him the directions or the name that we're supposed to look for. Mm-hmm. And off we set once we get to the airport looking for
Colossal AV Partners baggage inquiries.
We were told it was next to the police station. And on the way out of the airport, I saw a sign that said police. And so I was like, let's go this way, because that's where the police are. Dead end. Yeah.
So then we go back going, okay, let's go back to where she said there, turn right. We do find the police station.
We find the police station. We go in to the police station because we couldn't find the baggage inquiry there. We asked them, where should we go? And they said, oh, go ahead outside and turn left. And we were like, okay, we go outside, we turned left. It's the way that we came from.
So we make our way back to information, who tells us it's like, oh no, you got to go past the police station. So in our view, when you say it's next to the police station, it's next to the police station, not 30 feet down, tucked in a corner around two pillars where you couldn't see the sign unless you were looking for it.
But we did get into baggage inquiries and we asked them, can you please get our bags? And they were like, okay. And then they got our bags. And when we got our bags, and it's all good now. But then after that, we still had to stay 2 more days in Johannesburg. But, at least they have good comedy specials on the TV.
Would I like a haggle from down here? You've already got imitators. This is how good you are.
And during the day, we decided we're not just gonna sit in the hotel. We're gonna go out and explore for a bit. So we went back through to Rosebank, specifically the Rosebank Mall, and we went and did some things that we wanted to do before but didn't get to, and also just generally looking around because it's a cool looking mall. Hello, Babba.
Where am I?
Which Babba?
Ooh.
There are so many.
Wait a minute, there are a bunch of you too.
What are you talking about? There's only one of me.
No, there's I feel like I have fly eyes.
It is now time for the Council of Anderson to have their annual meeting. First order of business on the meeting discussion list. How come the acne is still on the forehead? Anyone got any ideas? It seems we are in agreement. Farewell.
The infinity room. How infinite can a room be?
Oh, I guess it can be this infinite.
How many Babbas are there now?
I'm bigger than you. Jesus arms. Wait a minute, we've done this before. The vortex tunnel.
There's a
Oh wow. I forgot that this actually does make you feel
dizzy.
Yeah.
So it's like, look up.
Try and touch the floating object. Babba?
Nothing's floating. Do you see it floating? Oh,
Touch the object. Yeah.
But I could not convince him to go back to the Soul Snatchers market.
No. In a few hours, we are going to be going back to the airport to get our not delayed flight to London.
I'll check that next.
And then we'll be on our way home in premium economy, which is what you paid for.
That is true. And who knows? We may be back in 3 days. Talking to our people. With happy faces, because we'll be saying, we're home.
And And thankfully, thank goodness, our planes were not delayed. Nothing went wrong with the planes going home. We did see some birds in the airport, but I wouldn't call that something wrong, more so just something I didn't expect.
Babba, I can't tell which store we're at.
I don't know. It's every 5 feet. Big 5 duty free. Big 5 duty free.
What's up, bird friend? Where are you going? Very efficient folks here at London Heathrow Airport. You have to board the plane 50 minutes in advance, but they're not going to tell you what gate you have to go to until 25 minutes before you board.
Buy more stuff.
They announced our gate, oh my god. What do you mean, what?
And we got home safe and sound, and now we're here doing this right now after a few days of attempting to recover from jet lag.
And it's about body bedtime now.
Anything you want to say as we end off the video?
Wahoo.
Wahoo.
I'm really glad I went with my favorite grandson.
Yay.
We even had people in the tour group calling you favorite grandson. I'm really glad that you said and pushed me to do more than just animals.
Yeah.
Whether it was our London stroll or civil rights or the National Arts Festival, it was just, we got to learn more than animals, right? We got to learn about the past and the current future and the cultural changes going on. So I'm glad you kind of pushed me to do more than the big kitties. One of the things I took away from it, I mean, you and I handled stress really well, but every day just felt new, different, positive, right? Whether it was like, oh my God, we saw a lion, or we saw a cheetah and her cubs.
Yeah.
Or it was really cool getting to know, you know, you making fire and PG wanting to see the video. It was just, everything was just kind of fun, uplifting, positive. And so even through our travel stories, even those became funny because the rest of the trip was all like, we're just going to have a good day. And every day was better than the last.
Yeah.
So thank you, favorite grandson, for picking this as the spot to go. You're a good travel buddy.
Yay!
Even through all the travel days from hell. More than one. 2?
2.
3? 4.
2 and a few nuggets.
Is that what it counts? Okay.
Yeah.
I'll take it as a few nuggets. Okay. We're good.
We're good now.
Can we just celebrate we're home?